Hello everybody, welcome along ladies and gentlemen to round 3 of my F1 2007 Robert Kubica career mode. Without further ado, let's go on and show you what happened in qualifying with my qualifying hot lap. Okay, so here we are coming on to start our hot lap. So I'm going to commentate over this lap for you. I hope you enjoy and we will see where it gets us. So we've come all across the line to start our lap now. We are heading off into turn 1. We're going to brake at the just before the 100 metre bar. That was about 125 I'd say, maybe. Just in between, but we got it slowed down nice and early. We've clipped the curbs very nicely. It's a very good sector 1 thus far. I'm going to brake at the 100 metre board here. Get it turned in nice and early, but we've got a bit of a snap. We've gone wide, so there was definitely time to be getting through there, which we have now lost. About maybe 3-4 tenths, something like that. We've lost through there. But coming through the S-bends now, we're catching up on Alexander Wirtz, so hopefully we will not catch him, and he will not, hinder us on this qualifying lap. But we're going to continue down up to this very tricky downhill corner. It turns into the left-hander. And we've gone a bit wide over the apex again, so another tenth or so has been lost there. So far, Sector 2 has been a bit scruffy compared to our Sector 1, but nevertheless, we're still going fast. As you can see, Alonso at the moment has provisional pole. We're currently sat in P10 with our banker lap. This is our fast lap, coming around this absolutely lovely flat-out corner. I really do enjoy that corner, and we've gone over the curb, but it didn't really lose us any time because it wasn't too much of a big curb. But now we are on the huge backstraight where we seem to be gaining. Our BMW engine is catching the Toyota powered engine of Alexander Wirtz, and we're right on the back of him. So now with our increased BMW power and the slipstream of Wirtz, he's going to drag us onto the line with a lot of speed, and we're going to come across the line and set a 1:35.511, and that is going to give us what looks to be pole position. It's race time. It's the Bahrain Grand Prix. It's lights out. And away we go. As you can see, Christian Alber's got second in qualifying, and he's already trying to look to make a move up our inside, but he's backed off now. Scott Speed in third as well. A fantastic grid here at Bahrain. We're going to go into turn 1, and Christian Albers has dived on our inside. Scott Speed there. Scott Speed's going to force us over onto the curb there, but we get away with it. And for the first time this season, there has been a safety car deployed here in Bahrain. So for the first time, a safety car is going to come into play in this championship. So there must have been a huge accident into turn 1. I looked at the replays, but there wasn't good enough of a camera angle to really see what happened. So unfortunately, I couldn't show you what happened because we were too far ahead when it all occurred from the rest of the field. But we're still going pretty fast as we're trying to catch up to the back of the safety cars. Up behind Albers now. And as we get toward the safety car, Albers is going to slam on the brakes, and we only just miss him. It was incredibly close. We're going back and take our second place, but that was very, very dangerous. We could have wiped us and Albers out right there and then. You'll just see on this replay here how close it was. It wasn't like an overreaction by any means. We were like centimeters, not even that. Like the length, like the width of a cigarette paper between our tyre and his. That was very, very scary. And as you can see, when we avoided him, we did get a twitch, go off onto the grass as well, but we managed to get away with it. So now we're on the safety car lap. This is going to be one of the safety car laps. I'm going to use this space as a cheeky space to kind of explain where I've been for the past 3 weeks. So guys, as you know, if you follow my Twitter especially, there's no avoiding my complaining about Talk Talk. So yeah, we were with Talk Talk, and we decided that enough was enough. We were going to cancel and we were going to move to BT, especially because BT was telling us there was now fibre optic available. So we went for that, and the minute we did that, Talk Talk sliced our speeds in half for the remaining 2 weeks. So the upload speed, guys, I'm not even exaggerating. At some point on the connection test itself, it was that low. The upload speed would say failed. It would not give me a speed, it would just say failed. So it was really bad, and it just would not have been worth it to upload, because it just would have taken at least all day and all night to upload a 10-minute, really low file. So I decided not to go with that, because that would be it would not be in my best interest. Christian Alba's off on the sand over there. Scott Speed cheekily trying to get up our inside. But yeah, that's where I've been. We've got fibre optic now, we've got better upload speed, so the first phase has been completed in getting this channel more frequent. So that's where I've been, guys. I'm very sorry, but I'm back, and we're going to be back in a big way, because now we're going to go fight Christian Albers for this safety car victory. Safety car victory? Well, safety car led victory, I guess. So here we go. The safety car, I believe, is coming in this lap. Yes, there he is. Christian Albers is going to slam on the brakes again, which is nice of him. But the minute this game says green, 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 there it is. We can get underway here. We're going to get right in the slipstream. Increase the BMW over the Spiker's straight line speed is insane. We've already taken Christian Albers way before the first corner, but he's going to try to dive around that outside as Scott Speed looking to the inside there. And Scott Speed's spun. It looked like in the rear view mirror there, Scott Speed spun around. So we're going to get a replay of what's just happened there. So he was right with us. He was not prepared to let go of our rear end, but he has a Honda, I think that is, all over the back of him as well. I can't see who it is. It's either Barrichello or Button. I can't see. It doesn't say the name. But he goes over the curb, and then he gets tanged by, it was Jensen Button, spins spins Scott Speed around, and seemingly ruins his day. But now we got Fernando Alonso, one of our championship fighters, all over the back of us, and he's keen to gain some points on us, on Kimi Raikkonen, and maybe even his teammate Lewis Hamilton. I'm not sure who's ahead in the standings at this point, but yeah, it is Alonso, 4/10 of a second behind us, and he's definitely, although he's trying to make a move up the inside, he's made the move up the inside. We're going to try hold it around the outside. It's going to be a drag race down to the next corner now. We've got the inside, he's got the outside, but he's going to brake early and let go of it, because a crash there would have been a big off. But we've managed to get our first place back for now and continue on our way. So with Alonso dealt with, we began pushing very hard to get a gap to the cars behind. We began putting in some seriously competitive laps. And even you can just see from the sector we pull away. As you can see, we just go around, we keep setting the fastest laps of the race, each race. So that was a 36.2. And then the very, very next lap, we set a 35.2, which I think was actually faster than our qualifying lap time, which is nice. And then on lap 6, we get a safety car again. So something has happened in the back of the field. As you can see on the timeline, we're the number 1 on the timeline on the bottom screen. We were quite far ahead there, but we've caught up the safety car now. This isn't the lap it's coming in, this is just the field's all bunching up. But as you can see, it's going to take a while. We get, I think it is another lap of safety car after this for the whole field to try catch up. I'm not sure if they do, because this game doesn't work like it waits for everybody to catch up. It just goes when it feels that whatever the incident was cleaned up, which I guess is fair enough. So this is the lap it's coming in, and the way this game works, guys, if I overtake the safety car before the engineer says green flag, then I will get penalised. So that's why I'm going so slowly when I go to overtake the safety car. I've got to wait for my engineer to say green flag.
Green flag.
There it is. So now we can go flying down towards turn 1 now. There is Alonso behind us, and that's Button in third. I can't really see the others for the light symbol there, but Alonso's going to try to go down our inside. I can see smoke in the background. I don't think there's been any contact, but we'll have a replay. As you can see, this is all the cars that caught up. Christian Albers at the back of this pack now. So obviously with his Spiker not being and Scott Speed has recovered. Scott Speed is up there with Albers as well, so that's very nice to see. But that's Ralf Schumacher there going for his first points of the season as well, I think. So I don't know if there's any spins. Oh, and I think that was Christian Albers went sideways, but I think he managed to just get away with it. It was a half spin, not a full spin, but just like last time, we've got Fernando Alonso all over the back of us trying to capitalise on us on these early stages. That McLaren very, very fast off the starts we've noticed this season. So he's, oh, did you see that in the rear view mirror there? That was very hard to see, but he did actually get a huge tank slapper there. So that has given us some breathing room of around 7/10 of a second to get away and just breathe, really, and try pull away like we did before with the, the fastest laps. But I'm not sure we'll be able to get fastest laps because, obviously the fuel level is lower, but the tyres are getting, more worn out at this stage. So we're just going to do what we can do, going to run away, and that's what we did. for the next lap, we extended the gap there. You can see to 5 seconds. It stayed around there. Alonso didn't have anything to respond with us with, and that's good because that will be our second victory this season, which is very, very good to see, and it's very good for our championship challenge. So we have come and we've took the win in Bahrain. And after a miserable Australia, that's really what we needed. We needed a good streak of wins to get back in the championship, and I think that's going to help us in a big way, because at Raikkonen I didn't think do too well, so we're going to do like a sort of a celebratory flick spin there, so that was nice. So there's your race results there, just popping up at the bottom there for a second. You'll see them in a minute when we're going to pull into the pits. I mean, you can see them on the bottom of your screen now, but I'll go through them when they come up on the race results screen in just a moment for you guys. But that was the victory that we really did earn. We just had to pace over everybody today. We had some good battles with a few people. It was nice to see Albers qualifying in second, speeding third. That was my surprise of the race, and the fact that for the majority of it they were able to stick with it. So there's your race results. Kubica, us, we took P1, followed by Alonso. Scott Speed getting a podium. Our championship rival Raikkonen came in 4th, Button 5th, Hamilton 6th, Albers 7th, and rounding out the points, getting his first point of the season, was Ralf Schumacher. Very close for Super Aguri as well. They've very nearly got their first points in F1 too, so that would have been very interesting. We had some DNFs towards the back there. Felipe Massa having a suspension problem, Coulthard having a brake problem, and Fisichella and Barrichello crashing out. So for Ferrari and the constructors, Massa again really hurting their championship chances. Through no fault of his own this time, it has to be said. But here are the standings for you. Sorry about that, it was a bit glitchy on my screen there. But Raikkonen, we've now closed the gap to just 1 second to Raikkonen. 1 second, 1 point rather, with that performance. And we've really caught him up in that instance. And then behind us, just 3 points behind us now, is Fernando Alonso, who I believe has overtaken Hamilton now. I'm not sure. He's been overtaken by both us and Alonso as Hamilton. So not a good day at the office for him. Fisichella remains in 5th with 7 points. That's unchanged. Massa again having a really bad outing today, meaning that he is stuck down in 6th with just 6 points again. Speed with that podium levels himself with Massa and overtakes his teammate to put himself 7th on the board, followed by his teammate Liuzzi. Button getting his first points of the season, really kicking off Honda's season, which is good. Albers really putting in a good performance today to get Spiker some more points. Wirtz not getting any points today, staying on 3 points. Kovalainen with 1 point, and in 13th place, which you can't see on here, is actually Ralf Schumacher, who got his first points for Toyota F1 team today. So that was a very good job by him to get those points. Honda really did need Button to score some points today. It really did to get the championship off to a start for Honda. They'd had a miserable first 2 rounds, and I think if you guys remember in the actual 2007 championship, Honda had it really bad as well. They really didn't have a good season. So in the constructors standings, we have got McLaren having a really good performance today, giving them a solid 5-point lead over Ferrari now, who, it has to be said, Ferrari is kind of being pulled along by Kimi Raikkonen. You know, Massa has not had the performances so far this season, other than in Malaysia, to really give them anything to go on. So Kimi Raikkonen doing all the work for Ferrari at the moment. With that result, we've gone from 15 points in the Constructors' Championship to 25 points, just 4 points behind Ferrari. And Toro Rosso now with 10 points, really getting a really good job thanks to Scott Speed today, bumping them up to 4th. Really absolutely wiping the floor with their, the sister team Red Bull this season so far. Renault on 8 points still. Honda, like I said, getting their season started off with a nice 4 points on the board. Then you have Spiker, Formula 1 team, in 7th with 3 points, and then following them you have Toyota, who, you have Williams with 3 points, who came out and started the show today. And then you have Toyota having their first points scored by Ralf Schumacher today. So that was it, guys. That was the Bahrain Grand Prix. I really hope you enjoyed. I enjoyed it. It was a very interesting one. I'm glad to be back making videos for you guys on the channel. I really hope you enjoyed. And yeah, until next time, guys, thanks for watching. Have a good one. And I'll see you for the next race in Spain and for the next video on the channel. Bye-bye. Bye for now. It's a school! That is the episode title decided already. It's a goddamn school. It's not a college. It's a school. We know it's a school. We appreciate it's a school. Shut out! Get on the bus before you get more eggs from it. That man's face on the bus. Look at him, he's just like, I hate my job. Here we are. Right, let's go see what the job is. Hopefully we get to punch Gary in the friggin' nose for messing up another one of